Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. This will be the first declutter of 2025, so let's get into it. So today we are going through two brands in my collection. We have Bare Minerals and Stila. And for whatever unfathomable reason, I get these two brands mixed up. And I'm not quite sure why, because the products are quite different. But I'm going to first go through my Bare Minerals products and then my Stila products, and we'll see what we'll be decluttering today. I expect it's going to be mostly expired products because I don't have that many products from either of these brands. But let's take a look what I have. So here is everything I have from Bare Minerals. I could have sworn that I had a Bare Minerals powder, but I could not locate it. Either way, it was a mini size, and I probably would keep it because I do think Bare Minerals make some excellent powders. Now I do have a couple of complexion products. I think there's two maybe eyeshadows in this one. Here is another complexion products, and then 3 lip products and a mascara. Now the mascara I believe I got in an Ipsy or BoxyCharm not too long ago. I haven't used it, so I'm definitely going to hold on to it. It sounded really good, and it says it's phytofiber volumizing mascara. I have non-existent lashes, so hopefully this will work out for me, but I'm definitely going to keep it since I haven't tried it. Two things I'm definitely going to keep is this Bare Minerals Gen Nude Blush in the shade Call My Blush. And I believe I purchased this one with my own money, and I have used it. It is a really beautiful shade, and a couple of times I've meant to purchase another one from them, and they've had like these sets, and it's always been this shade in the set, so I haven't been able to purchase them. I think I wanted their bronzers, and then it came with this and a bronzer in a set, and then I realized I already had this, so I didn't purchase it. But I'm still eyeing those bronzers. They look really beautiful, but this is Call My Blush, and it is such a silky blush. I don't know if you can see because the lighting here is pretty bad right now. It's looking very gray outside, and I believe we might get a small snowstorm at some point, but it is a beautiful shade, and it also like blends in so seamlessly. It may look a little bit deep in the pan depending on your device, but really it isn't. It is such a beautiful blush. This is going back on my vanity where it belongs. This one I believe was sent to me for review purposes. Some products were sent to me, but that has no bearing on my opinion. In YouTube, I don't get paid, sponsored, or gifted anything to do videos with on YouTube. But this is their highlighting blush in the shade Pink Glow, and I have used this more as a blush topper since it is really a highlighty blush on its own. It's not quite enough for me, but I mean, when I'm really pale it could be, but it definitely is more of a highlighter thing or a blush topper, but it's very beautiful, and I'm keeping this. If I'd purchased this myself, I maybe would have gone with a slightly deeper tone that would have worked maybe on its own as a blush too, but this is beautiful. Definitely holding on to it. I believe this is another blush, a mini that I got a long time ago. Bounce and Blur blush in the shade Mauve Sunrise, and it is really pretty. I honestly have been meaning to declutter it for the longest time, but it is really beautiful, and I keep going back to it. It's actually loose now, so I've been taking it with me on my trips, but it's not really a travel thing anymore since it has come off. So I'm put this on my vanity and start using it. I want to say it's years and years old, but it still works just fine, and it is a beautiful formula. Actually, every blush I've ever tried from Bare Minerals has been really good formula, so holding on to this one as well. And here's the Complexion Rescue bronzer, and this one is in the shade Kiss of Mauve. And this one came in an Ipsy bag, I believe. I will say when I got this, I was a little bit surprised because to me this shade isn't mauve. It's more, I don't know, bronzery, but I guess because it's a bronzer, that's why. And I have used this a couple of times. It does look beautiful on skin, but it's not mauvey to me per se. But the formula is really nice. It blends in really easily. So I'm going to hold on to this one as well, just because I haven't used it as much, but I would not purchase this shade. Here's the first thing I think I'm going to declutter. This is super old. It's their Northern Lights Rose Gold Gen Nude Eye and Cheek palette. And it has 2 eye shades and then Pink Me Up blush. And I thought about keeping it because the blush still works just fine. I think the eyeshadows have expired and I just don't think I'm going to use this because it's kind of bulky and these two don't work as well. Now I swatched them and they seem to swatch okay, but they are grainy and weird feeling, which means that I'm not putting them on my eyes. And I do think the blush looks a little faded as well. So I'm gonna let go of this just because it's so old. But once upon a time I really did enjoy it, and I think this shade, Who Is He, it was actually kind of like a duochrome shade. It has a little bit of a shift, so really beautiful. I think Bare Minerals make some really good neutral eyeshadows, and this was a little bit different to me. It looks pretty neutral in the pan, but when I used it, it actually had that shift. So beautiful shades, but this has expired and has to go. So the last 3 products I have from Bare Minerals are all lip products. And the first one is this mini bullet lipstick in the shade Honesty. And it's here. And I think it has gone bad because when I swatched it, it was slightly grainy. And it does have some sort of changes on the side of it. So I'm going to let go of it. But I have used it quite a bit. I can see from there. It was a beautiful kind of matte formula, but creamy matte formula, I would say. But it is super old and I haven't reached for it in a long time because I have too many lipsticks as it is, so I'm gonna let go of it. Then I have their Mineralist Lip Gloss Balm, and this one is in the shade Sincerity, and that's the middle one here. It looks like a perfect kind of fall lip shade, although some people like these year round. It's not like makeup has any rules really, but when I opened it, it had a little bit of a scent, so I'm gonna let go of it as well. I don't remember how old this is, but I don't think it's the oldest one in my collection. But since I have so many things and I don't necessarily need it, if there is even a slight kind of concerning thing with it, I'm gonna let go of it. But it does look really beautiful, and I do remember really liking this formula. And the last one I have is their Mineralist Lasting Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Spirited, and that's over here. And that also came out a little grainy when I swatched it, so I'm gonna let go of it. These are all minis. I believe I've gotten them as gift for purchase or with my Ipsy bags. But I remember using this quite a bit in some of the looks that I created back in the day for Instagram. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's just gone bad now. But it has this kind of creamy consistency. And I do remember the staying power being really good for matte liquid lipstick. But I do think it's too old and has to go. So those were all my Bare Minerals products. So let's go into Stila next. And as you can probably see, I used to really enjoy these glitter and glow eyeshadows. I mean, I still do. Randomly, I have this gift with purchase bag that I haven't even opened from Stila, so we're gonna open it now. I'm gonna put these a little separate so I remember them. So let's start with something that obviously has to go, and that is these 3 glitter and glows. Because they're all dried up, I can't even swatch them. But this one was my favorite, Kitten Karma. It's kind of this rosy gold one. Then I have Diamond Dust, which I have here as a bigger one as well. And then I have Gold Goddess. And I used a lot of these, even though it doesn't look like it. Although it may not look like it, because you only need the tiniest bit of these. So I use them as like eyeshadow toppers in the center of my eyelid, and they are beautiful. It's unparalleled how beautiful these are. I know e.l.f. has something similar, but to me these are the real thing. The e.l.f. ones are beautiful, but these truly are showstoppers. So I would keep them if they hadn't dried up, but these minis dry up really fast, so unfortunately they all have to go. And then I am keeping this bigger one, which is in Diamond Dust. The problem with this one is that the applicator broke, but I've been just stamping with this broken applicator on the center of my eyelid because this thing is just so beautiful. Let me see if I can swatch here a little bit of it. If you can see it, it is so sparkly, and there is like basically zero fallout with these, which is why I've kept purchasing them, and I'm definitely holding on to this until it dries up, even though it's broken. Here is one of Stila's lipsticks. This one is Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in the shade Tina, and I remember using this a lot as well, but this one is so old it has to go. Again, I think it performed just fine for the swatch there. So that's the shade Patina. It is a beautiful shade, however, it is grainy and old, and I've had this for a very long time, so it has to go. Then I have one of their Countless Color pigments, and these were so beautiful. I have it in the Center Stage color. This one is super old, but look at how beautiful this is. I am going to put this in my memory box just because I really loved this once upon a time, because it's just like a piece of art, to be honest. And I like took a little bit of pink from one corner, took a little bit of blue on like a smaller brush and applied it on the eyelids. This was such a beautiful, such a fun formula. But I think it must be like 8 years old at this point, so I am going to put this in my memory box and not using this on my eyes anymore. Now these were the minis that I had gotten as gift with purchase, and there is Kitten Karma Glitter and Glow here, so let me see if this one's still okay. You know, this one had the same problem, that the stopper had come off, but it is working just fine otherwise, so I'm gonna hold on to it. But that seems to be really odd that I have two that the stopper came off, and I've never even opened this, so I hope this isn't a reoccurring thing for Stila, because these Glitter and Glow eyeshadows are so beautiful. But holding on to Kitten Karma, I'll put this into use right now because I don't know how long this will last now that I opened it, and these small ones don't last that long. There's also this huge Extreme Lash Mascara. This isn't too old, this gift with purchase thing, so I'm going to put this into use. I don't think I've ever tried this one, so I'll take it with me on my next trip. Then there is another one, Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick. And this looks like a beautiful red shade. Oh my gosh, this would have been perfect for the holidays. So here's that shade. That's just like a little one swipe. A lot came out with the applicator, but this is the perfect red. I'm going to hold on to this since it's still okay, since it's not too old. And the color is just such a beautiful deep red. There is also this mini Stay All Day waterproof liquid eyeliner. I wonder if this is still okay. It is. It works just fine, so I'm going to put this into use right now as well. Very precise felt tip liner, so definitely going to put that into use right now. I don't know how easy it is to use this mini size, but since I have it and it seems to be working, I'm going to put it into use. So these are all my Stila and Bare Minerals products. I am letting go of 4 Bare Minerals products and 5 Stila products, although this one will go into my memory box. And I'm going to hold on to 5 Bare Minerals and 5 Stila products. So almost half and half. So I'm letting go of 9 products and keeping 10, which is not too bad for this declutter that was just 2 brands, and both brands had very few products. Are there any Bare Minerals or Stila products that you love and that you would recommend? Let us know in the comments section. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on these products. Obviously, Bare Minerals has some of my favorite complexion products, and Stila has my favorite eye glitters. They are absolutely stunning, but Stila has like a lot of good products, so it's not just that their eye products are great. That's just what I know of them. But that's why if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments section. But this was my Bare Minerals and Stila Cosmetics declutter. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I hope you subscribe. And if you like these kind of videos and want to see more of their kind, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. It would help me ever so much. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.